guilty to count one of malicious destruction of personal property, 200 to 1,000. And that understanding there's a possibility of restitution of which we have no clue what the amount is. Okay, you can raise your right hand. You can take your other hand out the pocket. You solemnly swear or affirm the information you're going to provide is true to the best of your knowledge, information, or belief. You can put your hand down. Okay. Rights and rights and plea information sheet, which this is your copy. You understand all the rights that were listed here?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about these rights?
No, ma'am.
You're willing to give up each of those rights today in order to plead guilty to count one, malicious destruction of personal property, 200 to 1,000?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to the presumption of innocence. You're innocent until proven guilty. You can proceed to trial and have the prosecutor prove each element of the charges being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
I understand.
You have the right to see, hear, or question any witness called to testify against you, the right to subpoena witnesses to testify on your behalf, the right to remain silent, not have it be used against you, or you can waive silence and testify at your own trial. You understand that?
I do.
Anyone threatening you to plead guilty to count one?
Yes.
Who's threatening you?
Oh, I keep hearing, my hard of hearing.
Anyone threatening you to get you
No.
to plead guilty to count one?
No.
Any promises being made to you if you plead guilty to count one?
No.
Are you on probation or on parole?
No.
You understand that pleading guilty can result in a conviction that you might need to report to your employer.
Yes.
You may need to put this conviction on a future job application, or it could have impact on where you can travel or can get immigration status.
Yes.
As to malicious destruction of personal property of 200 to 1,000, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Natural basis?
Yes, John. Mr. Moran, on or about October 4th, 2025, were you at the location of 500 East Michigan Ave?
I was.
And that's in the city of Lansing,
Yes.
state of Michigan?
Yes.
And you willfully intentionally caused damage to a motor vehicle?
I did.
And specifically, the damage to that motor vehicle, did you tear off a side mirror?
Yes.
And you didn't have permission to do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
You don't dispute that the amount could be 200, but less than $1,000?
I don't dispute.
I believe that's sufficient for a factual basis, Your Honor.
Any questions from the prosecution? People are satisfied with the factual basis. How you plead voluntarily and intelligently made out accept the offer. This matter is set for sentencing April 14th at 9 a.m. You need to meet with probation when you leave here. I'm going to say this very clear, and it's up to you, to the attorneys from the prosecutor's office, to disseminate this message to anybody else replacing. It's not my problem that you all change attorneys every 2 weeks in this courtroom. I hold a final pretrial. The offer expires at the time of final pretrial. We're not holding out trial dates that could be used by people who actually want to have a trial, so that you can, the day of trial, resolve it with something that it could have been resolved for before this date was blown away, under the understanding that we were holding a trial date. So today we have 0 trials running when we have pushed stuff off that people have been waiting for trials for months, for a case that had the same exact offer in October. It's February.
Stand and apologize.
Restitution, if there's going to be restitution, I need a restitution sheet. And then you can appear for your sentencing via Zoom if you have video, okay? Do you have any questions at this time? Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people.
Not for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Jessica Cooper, 25-03848, appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Good morning. May it please this honorable court, Kareem Johnson, appeared on behalf of Ms. Cooper, P number 71988.
Okay, Ms. Cooper had a final pretrial today for domestic violence. Witnesses here.
No, Your Honor. People are unable to proceed due to failure of appearance of a necessary witness.
Now we ask matter to be dismissed without prejudice.
Matter is dismissed without prejudice. That means they have the right to reissue this within the statutory timeframe, okay? Okay,
Yes.
do you have any questions?
No.
We'll get you a copy of dismissal in just a moment. State of Michigan versus
Everybody
Jade, same to you, sir. State of Michigan versus Jaden Dodge, 26-00024 appearance.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hart on behalf of Mr. Dodge. Mr. Dodge was not present in the hallway, and we could not hear him when I asked for him in the.
When's the last time you had communication with him?
Attempted last week. Have not had communication.
Ever?
The previous attorney, Ms. Lawrence, said her contact.
You saying Ms. Sutter was on the matter, and now you're on the matter?
Yes, I'm replacing Ms. Sutter on her matters. With this case being reassigned to me on the 11th.
Excuse me?
So with this case being reassigned to me on the 11th.
And Ms. Sutter, has she ever had communication with her?
The last communication was an email sent out January 7th.
But no indication that he responded?
No.
Sure, make sure. State of Michigan versus Andrea Moten, 24-03444. Appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hart on behalf of Ms. Monkey.
This Ms. Moten here?
No, similar situation with Mr. Dodge, did not respond to my attempts at contact via phone last week. Was not in the hallway, and I believe was not present in the gallery.
We'll make sure. Do we have witnesses here on either of these?
No, Your Honor.
No witness and no on either, and then no defendant.
No, Your Honor.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
okay, got it. I just need you to. State of Michigan versus Arthur Nichols, 26-00040 appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Mr. Rob on behalf of Mr. Arthur Nichols, who is standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Nichols. Have more space if Mr. Hardy will give him that space.
Your Honor, the people will be unable to proceed. The necessary witness failed to appear for this case.
Objection, or we move to dismiss.
I will say they didn't move to.
Sorry. We move to dismiss, Your Honor.
The motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice. That means the people have the right to reissue this charge, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions? Get you a copy of the dismissal in just a moment, okay? State of Michigan versus Sean Richardson, 25-03716, appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Jessica Straub on behalf of Mr. Sean Richardson, who is standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Richardson has a domestic violence final pre-trial today. His witness is here.
No, Your Honor, unfortunately, the necessary witness did not appear, which was quite surprising to the state. We've had constant communication up until about a week ago, but she did not appear today.
Under those circumstances, Your Honor, this team moves to dismiss.
Motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice. The people can reissue this charge against you, okay? We'll get your dismissal in just a moment. State of Michigan versus Bedaheen Web Camigon. That's 25-03815.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Well, the defendant Joseph Burdick has, this will become a permission to approach.
It was a final pre-trial for assault and battery. Do we have witnesses here?
Your Honor, the necessary witness appeared at the last pre-trial, and I believe Your Honor had said that they did not need to appear for the final pre-trial because they had appeared.
I didn't know that, but okay. Let's see here. This is for disorderly jostling. Correct. Okay, you want to plead guilty today? Do you want to plead guilty to disorderly jostling?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just yes. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't have to if you don't want to. You know you have rights. And you don't have to waive the rights and plead guilty to disorderly if you don't feel like you want to do that.
No, it's fine.
Well, but you gotta tell me. You seem like it was like, sure, why not? So it's up to you.
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yeah.
Okay, you have the right in this matter to the presumption that you are innocent. So you are innocent until proven guilty. You can maintain your innocence, take this matter to trial and require the prosecutor prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
I understand.
You have the right to see, hear, or question any other witnesses called to testify against you. The right to call your own witnesses to testify on your behalf. The right to remain silent at trial, and they can't use that against you. You understand that?
Yes.
You also have the right to waive that silence and testify on trial if you like.
Yes.
Okay, and you're willing to give up each of those rights?
What?
Yeah, you have to give up those rights. It means you don't.
Oh,
maintain
yeah,
them.
yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyone threatening you to get you to waive these rights and plead guilty to disorderly jostling?
No.
Any threats or inducements made that's not stated here on the record?
No.
Are you on probation or on parole?
No.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you may need to put this on a future job application.
Yeah.
It also could have impact on where you can travel or get immigration status. So you might want to go to Canada or out the country somewhere, and they may say, no, you have a criminal conviction. You understand that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm from Canada, so I can get back into the country.
As to the amended charge of disorderly jostling, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Is that because you believe you are guilty?
Yes, I did shove my son.
Okay. And was it in self-defense?
Yes.
Plea is not accepted.
No, I just want this done.
Anyone will find that.
That's fine. I'm not taking a plea today. Two things that I will have to lawfully deny your plea for. If you are actually guilty based on the factual basis. You've just elicited a factual basis and you've told me it was in self-defense. And that's a defense that you can and should bring to trial if that's what you believe happened. The other reason why I will never take a plea is because people just want to get it over with. We don't do that here. You don't waive your rights because you just want to move the process along.
No.
Yeah, right.
I shoved him.
But I have two things now. So I have one that I asked you very directly, was this in self-defense? You very directly told me yes. I believe that you believe that the circumstances warranted you to defend yourself. And then B, I heard you say on the record that you just want to get it over with. So I'm not able to take your plea at this time. So you can further counsel with your client, but it won't be a plea taken today.
Okay, understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
This matter is scheduled for jury trial March 3rd at 8 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus Tamara Young, 21-02005. Is Ms. Young here?
I believe so, Your Honor. Neither of the hall. I have tried multiple times to make contact with Ms. Young.
No, she already said it's on this.
I do believe she
She
failed
didn't
to
come for a
appear.
final, I'm confused. She must not have had paid for the final pretrial, although this says jury trial today. How did this happen? It doesn't say jury trial on the document. She's already in warrant status. It's not scheduled for jury trial. Why was it not scheduled for another final pretrial today? This shouldn't have been on the docket today. She was warranted after failure to appear at final pretrial last month.
Your Honor, given the age of this case and our failure to make contact with the victim, we would be nulling this case.
Okay. Let's see. State of Michigan versus Jalen Davis, 26-00030. Payments, please.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people. Assistant Public Defender Justice Strauss on behalf of Mr. Davis, who appears to be here remotely.
You don't appear to be here. I just see a dark shadow. I don't do dark bedroom, wife beater, Zoom appearances. So if he can't appear appropriately via Zoom, he can sure enough come into this courtroom in person.
Oh.
I'll move on. State of Michigan versus Jordan Hiradine, that is, 26-00325. Appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people. Assistant Public Defender Justice Strauss on behalf of Jordan Herendeen, who is here and standing to my right.
Okay, this is a pretrial for a aggravated assault on a health professional or medical volunteer. Was there an offer at this time?
No, Your Honor, we would ask to move the final pretrial.
Final pretrial March 24th at 8 a.m. Final pretrial March 24th, 8 a.m. in person at the court. Jury trial April 21st at 8 a.m.
This court.
Same court. April 21st, 8 a.m. is going to be the jury trial date, okay? Do you have any questions at this time? We'll get you a copy of your notices to appear. Any additional matters for the record.
Not from the people.
Thank you. Let's see, State of Michigan versus Renee Turner, 26-00190-191.
Anna Buckingham for the people.
Ms. Turner is here on some of our most heinous crimes. Out at large.
Your Honor, I had the time to speak with Ms. Turner, and the situation has been amended. We will be dismissing these charges.
The matter is dismissed. You're all set here. Back on the record in the matter of Jalen Davis in 26-00030. Appearance counsel.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Justice Strauss on behalf of Jalen Davis, who is here remotely.
Mr. Davis, what made you think that your appearance in my courtroom was appropriate? I can't even hear you. Did you talk to him today?
I did not. I did call him last week, Your Honor.
I said I didn't. Huh?
Okay, yes.
No, I said my apologies. I just didn't think to turn the light on.
You didn't think to put no clothes on either.
No, I had clothes on. I just had the tank top.
No, absolutely not. This is court. Would you come in this courtroom with the tank top on today?
No, man, I wouldn't come in with a tank top on.
You don't come in my virtual courtroom any way that you wouldn't come in my physical courtroom.
My
You carry
apologies,
yourself
ma'am.
with respect and decorum, especially when you're facing a criminal charge of 93 days in jail as a defendant. Nonetheless, there's no offer at this time. You're gonna need to appear in person for your next court date. We're setting it for final pretrial. Is that correct, counsel?
That's correct. March 24th at 8 a.m.
March 24th, 8 a.m. in person at the court is your next court date. That's for a final pretrial.
April 28th at 8 a.m.
April 28th, 8 a.m. is gonna be the date scheduled at this time for a jury trial. Do you have any questions about that today, Mr. Davis?
No.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Not from the people. Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, sir.
Appreciate it.
No problem. State of Michigan versus Edgar Williams, 26-00304. Appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hart on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, I did not see him in the hallway and was not present in the gallery, to my knowledge, Your Honor.
Did we get this man a copy of his dismissal yet? What's your name, sir? Did he get a copy of his dismissal? I signed it. Who has the file? It's on here. You don't want to sit in here for no reason anymore.
I got it. I got it.
Said that somebody from the clerk's office said what?
He called and said he was waiting in the Zoom room, but he's
Not in
not
our
there.
Zoom room.
Yeah.
We might want to call him. State of Michigan versus Henry Griffin, 25456789093. Mr. Griffin, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this Henry Griffin Jr., correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay, Mr. Griffin, you saw us in January. You said that you would pay $25 and then you would pay $50 within 2 weeks, and the balance would be paid within 45 days, but it looks like you did not comply with that payment arrangement, nor did you seek an extension.
Yes, I called about it, then I came in about it. They told me I would have to wait. And I just kept calling about it because I am having problems making payments with the stuff that I have going on. So I wasn't trying to miss or anything.
Who told you would have to wait?
I called over the phone and let them know like 5 days before that I knew I couldn't pay it. I spoke to someone on the phone and she just told me she told me she'd get back with me, and I've been just calling up there so I won't have a warrant out or anything.
Someone in the clerk's office said they would get back with you?
Yes, because she said I would have to.
Sounds very clerk office like.
She said I would have to wait until it was something. I just kept calling so I wouldn't get a warrant out from my arrest.
What day did you call?
I think like 5 or 6 days before I knew I had to pay, that I knew I wasn't going to be able to pay.
That's appropriate. So there's no reason why they would ever tell you that you have to wait. You're supposed to call before it's late, and all they do is pull the file and let the judge know so that it's a request whether or not the extension is granted. You should never take that as an answer. You come in if that happens in the future, because it sounds like you were getting set up to get a bench warrant, what it sounds like to me, but you can't tell me who you spoke to, can you?
No, I just remember speaking with a lady. That's all. I don't remember her name.
In the future, especially if it's a matter between you and a bench warrant, the follow-up question when someone tells you that is, who am I speaking with again? So that you know who you spoke with, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So that if I asked you who you spoke with and you tell me, well, now I can go in there and find out why they would tell someone that, because that's asinine.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
How much time do you need?
Now I am going through a lot, like with my kids and paying all the bills alone. Because my kids are in. I have two that's in foster care, and I have my other kids that I see like 3 times a week at DHS. So I have to make sure I have food for them, and I pay the bills alone because two of my kids, they mom passed, so it's hard for me to say I'm gonna pay it, and I know I have the bills by myself, and I know I have to make sure my kids have to eat every visit.
But your kids don't live with you? You don't have custody of your children?
I have two. I have the two that mom that passed away. They're in foster care, but they should be home this month or next
So
month.
you have, they're in foster care, so you don't have the children, correct?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. So I don't understand why you're telling me about if they're in foster care, you're not feeding them.
Yeah, I see them every. I have more than two, so I see them. Like I see certain. I see certain of my kids on Monday, and I see certain of them on Wednesday, and then I see my other kids that's out of town on Friday. So I have to provide them with food. I see them every week.
Okay, so you see them every week and you feed them once a week.
Yes, every week. Yeah, and
You know, most parents have to feed their children every day, multiple times.
yes,
You recognize that, correct?
yes,
So do you recognize that you telling me that you have to feed all the children that you created once a week is not a reasonable excuse as to why you have not paid the $110 that you owe?
yes. And then on top of the bills that I have alone, yes,
Okay. And are you employed, sir?
yes, ma'am.
Where are you employed?
McDonald's.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the other question. I'm gonna re-ask the same question because when I asked the question, you actually didn't answer my question. You told me about your children, or what I guess what the reason why you would need an extension. You're not going to not pay the bill that you created. You were the one who drove with the expired plate. Part of being a responsible adult, which positions you to be a responsible parent, is to take care of your affairs. That means your plate's expired, you would have gotten it fixed, and you did it. And now you get a ticket for it. Now you have a fine. And so, do you think that you could put yourself in a good position to get custody of your children, who are some of which are in foster care, if you get a bench warrant because you never paid the $110?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so you need to make a payment. When are you going to pay?
I don't have fun. Um, I don't want to. Let me see. I can make a payment to be on the safe side. March 3rd.
How much are you paying on March 3rd?
I can put down 50. I can make sure it's 50 down. And you say how much is the balance?
You owe $110.
110. Okay, so I put 25 down the first. So yeah, I can put 50 down.
You say you're gonna put 50 down on the 3rd?
Yes, ma'am.
I know that you'll pay that amount per month until paid in full by the 3rd of the month, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If you need an extension, you need to contact the court. And no one should have ever told you that they'll get back with you. The clerk's office does not call people back. I can promise you that. They send an email to the staff whenever there's a request, but they're not calling people back. I can promise you that. So you can't take that as an answer.
So I
If you
just come
don't get an
down there.
answer from them. Yeah, or if you call the clerk's office and they're not providing you with a yes or no response, then you get the name of the person. And then you you come into the court directly to make sure it's resolved. But
Okay.
we need the name so we can know who would possibly be giving you that kind of erroneous direction.
Okay.
All right, and just for the record, you said 50, I wrote down 25. You'll pay
Okay.
$25 by the 3rd and $25 per month by the 3rd until paid in full, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. Best wishes to you.
Thank you.
No problem. Is Eliza Jafari here? No? Or Joshua Tanner?
Liza, Barry here. Liza. Joshua Tanner.
Okay, venture for failure to pay. You going downstairs? Yeah, go on.
Huh. Oh, you should see me.
Told him to log up and reconnect to see if there's the issue.
He's definitely not in our Zoom room.
The traffic, from another division, Zoom link.
Was that?
Did you give them the link? on the website? I can email it to you.
Oh, great.
State of Michigan versus Andrea Moten, 24-03444.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy on behalf of Ms. Moulton.
Ms. Moten, why are you late?
I didn't initially know the time of the court date and,
You didn't know the time of the court date. I gave it to you last time. How come you didn't know?
I honestly thought it was March 17th, and I got a letter in the mail, and I was getting the dates confused. I thought when we was on Zoom, it said March 17th, but then I got a letter saying 2/17, and then I got the dates confused. And so I called the first thing this morning. I was calling around different. I've never been into Lansing court, so I didn't even know where to come. I walked, and I had to walk over from the other building to this building.
Other building,
303.
303. It was on Kalamazoo. Okay. Even if it was on March 17th, it was at 8 a.m.
I have a lot of things going on.
That never works over here. Who don't got enough? If you don't have a lot of things going on, raise your hand. Everybody has a lot of things going on. Doesn't absolve us of our responsibility. There was no witness here.
It was not, Your Honor.
Have you been in contact with the witness?
No,
Excuse me?
no.
I'm not talking to you.
Your Honor, they're not enough. Not enough. We've tried and been unable to be in good contact with the victim.
Defense will motion to dismiss.
Motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice. The people have the right to reissue this against you, okay? We'll get your dismissal in just a moment. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So what is Mr. Lace?
Mr. Lays, I spoke with him in the hallway maybe 15 to 20 minutes ago. He's since shown up in the hallway.
What was it he brought into the courtroom?
Well, I was still trying to speak with him. Then I was trying to speak with Mr. Williams. I would.
Mr. Williams. Oh, another case.
Yeah, so I was trying to get that handled when I went back out there. A few minutes later, he was gone. So I still need to speak with him.
Well, he's not here. Maybe he's gonna come back. Destiny Williams. On my docket. Or Dustin Williams. Who's Dustin Williams? What's your name?
Edgar Williams.
That's Edgar Williams.
Joe does, but I can check on that. Just one behind. Okay, yeah, I can stay there for Joe.
Need that file back.
Which one was that? I'm sorry.
Edgar Williams. Never give it to you. Honestly, I never give it to you. Okay, State of Michigan versus Edgar Williams, 26-00304, appearance please.
Stand up on behalf of the people. Assistant Public Defender Jessica Straub on behalf of Mr. Edgar Williams, who is here remotely.
Okay, Mr. Williams was scheduled for a pre-trial today. This is for child abuse court. How are we proceeding?
No offer at this time, Your Honor. We would request to move to final pre-trial.
Final pre-trial March 24th at 8 a.m. Jury trial April 28th at 8 a.m.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you must appear in person for the next two court dates. The next one is going to be March 24th, 8 o'clock in the morning in person at the court, okay?
March 24th.
Correct. 8 a.m. No witnesses required to appear.
I'm sorry, what says 8 a.m. No what?
I was talking to the prosecutor, but you need to appear in person on March 24th.
Okay, and that's gonna be at on Michigan Avenue?
Correct. 124 West Michigan Avenue. We're on the 6th floor.
Okay, thank you. March 24th, 8 a.m. Thank you.
I'm not finished.
Oh, okay.
You have a jury trial, April 28th. You must appear in person at 8 a.m.
What was that time?
Jury trial, April 28th, 8 a.m.
April 28th, 8 a.m. And this is all for the same case?
Yes, because what did I tell you the next date was for?
Okay, you gave me March 24th, 8 a.m. and you gave me April 28th, 8 a.m.
Yeah, but what did I tell you the March 24th date was for?
I don't know.
What did I tell you the April 28th date was for?
Jury trial.
Right. The March 24th date is for a final pretrial.
Final pre-trial. Okay.
Okay, so they're for two separate court dates.
Okay.
And depending on how your final pretrial goes, we'll see if you'll have the jury trial on April 28th or not. But that's between you and your attorney and the prosecution, if you're able to come to some resolution. I don't know. I'm assuming that obviously it's a child abuse court, there's a minor that's involved. I'm not requiring a minor to appear for final pretrial, and I'm sure Miss School. But obviously your office should still be in communication with the victim and their family prior to that, so that you can be in a better position to have meaningful discussion for March 24th. Otherwise, what is the point of March 24th?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I did not the victim, but I did talk to his mom. And somehow, some reason, I thought that she had talked to somebody and she said that they was going to dismiss it or something. Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
We don't need any of that information, sir. We're gonna keep that all off the record, okay?
Okay.
We'll speak to your attorney about that. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Just because we've already heard what he said on the record, the victim's mom can't ask anybody to dismiss a child abuse for, just so we're clear, okay?
Okay.
Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people. Nothing from the defense.
We'll see you on March 24th. And at this point, I might require the victim's mom up here.
Thank you.
Bye.
I don't wanna go.
We've found Mr. Lays. He's actually down the hallway with a hearing for us at the time. So that's where he was previously.
You said he was here?
In Flores. That he had another hearing there.
No way. Is it for dog cases?
No.
No.
Because, sir, you are my entire 10 o'clock doc. You see this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
These
ma'am.
are all yours.
And when my fiance gave me the tickets that Miss Casey, W. Casey gave us, I said, really? That's so
I said the
wild.
same thing when I looked last week at my docket
Oh,
for this
yeah.
week.
You should
I
have told the
said
magistrate too.
25-0305-7, 5, 8, 5, 9, 6, 0, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 6, 8, 6, 9, 6, 7,0, and 7, 1. All for dog licensing. Council appearance.
Shannon Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender Joseph Hardy on behalf of Mr. Liz, who's standing here to my right.
Mr. Lays has a lot of dog licensing matters. I'm assuming he has a lot of dogs, but I'll leave it to you to tell me. Does he have a lot of dogs?
He has a lot of dogs. He's in the process of getting them vaccinated. It's going to take a bit of time due to the cost.
I can imagine.
So right now we'd be asking for 2 months for him to get the vaccinations and the licensing and all of that. If the court
If we
allows.
set this out 2 months, is he gonna forget? Because this looks like it's been pending since October.
No, man, I'm not. I'm laid off right now. That's the reason why I got halted.
How long have you been laid off?
January 28th.
Well, you weren't laid off before. Then, because this was since October. Looks like this was then reset on November to December 15th. And then December 15th continued to now. This already been reset a couple times. How long do you think I want to carry 17 dog licensing cases?
Not long. Not after today.
You have possession of all these dogs.
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna get all these dogs licensed
Yes,
and vaxxed.
And like I talked to my attorney, if by that deadline, if I don't have majority of them come in, me and my fiance.
We'll just, you know, as
going
you,
to the
maybe you
email.
don't get all of them done, but maybe you can get some in, bring
Yeah.
them, you know?
My goal is at least once a month. Yeah, at least one or two, guaranteed two, because some of them we can take together. And it's 120 a visit for each dog.
If you did 2 a month,
And I'm also getting my females fixed too in the process.
It'll be about 6 months.
7 months, because the amount of cases.
Then that's
You
where the
think I'm about
Ingham
to keep these
County
cases for
Fairground.
think I'm gonna keep these cases for 7 months?
No,
Oh,
that's where the Ingham County Fairground, when they have their open vaccines for the public, we're gonna try to put
When
in
is
as
that?
many dogs as
When
in
is
that
that?
trucks. I've been, what was it, April, you said? I believe so.
it's in
I would have to
April?
relook. I would
Maybe
have to
attorney
relook.
knows when this is.
Then the Humane Society right down the road from me is so booked up that it's hard to get in there.
I'm sure,
When you can.
I'm sure, and I'm sure they definitely can't fit someone in with this many.
That'll be a
dogs.
whole day. To be honest, I just need someone to come out to my truck with their vaccine and just go right down the line.
Your Honor, my concern is that in the report, there was mention of surrendering these dogs to animal control, and there was noted that a lot of these dogs are still intact, and this was the result of the litter. So there's just concern that it'll keep growing. Obviously, I can't see into the future and how that'll be dealt with, but that's our biggest concern, that the issue will just keep going on.
I guarantee it.
The issue of what? Them being unlicensed?
Unlicensed and then potential future litters, like in this, a few of these cases.
They were only charged with unlicensed vax, so if that's a concern, you gotta talk to your animal control officer. Have them go back out and do some further investigation and or take further action. Right now, we can only address him getting these licensed. If you're going to take responsibility and ownership for this amount of dogs, it's your responsibility not just to feed and make sure that they have shelter, but you also have to make sure that they're vaccinated and have to make sure that they have the license. And I don't have to give you 7, 8, 9 months to do it. I don't know. I'm not asking you about their food receipts. You were the one who decided to have all these
No,
dogs.
I know.
I don't have any dogs. You know why? I'm not paying to feed and clothe a dog. I don't want that responsibility, but you decided that you wanted that responsibility. So that means you have to take all of the responsibility, which also includes the licensing. And we're not gonna wait 6 months to do that. And you've already had substantial time. You got this ticket in October. It's February. I'll give you 30 days. You bring me evidence of how many of you've gotten licensed in 30 days.
March 24th.
I was working on
March 24th at 10:30. You have any questions, sir? If you would like any further extension from this 30 days, you're gonna have to bring the evidence that you've done something in these next 30 days, okay? Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, you wait a few minutes, you got a lot.
Right. I'm about to get carpal tunnel writing the reset date.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna get some more paper now.
All the files.
Bring it to you.
You have a blessed day, man.
Same to you, sir.
Are you trying to collect rubber bands for your ball by any chance?
Well, I'm not trying. It just so happens that it happens every day.
I got you. I deal with rubber bands at work.
Did you look volleyball?
It's 2019.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. It's too many. It's too many. I have one.
I feel like 3 cats is like way too much
Yeah.
for me.
I have one single dog, and that's a lot. Yeah,
I love dogs and I always have them when I'm on my own.
I just dropped all the files.
You just have to, like,
Don't worry, I'm still writing the dates. Don't worry, we're not there yet.
Oh, this is.
Oh, okay. I can't, why don't they make all the files in the same direction? Is that like too much to ask for, or? Is that like write on files all open this way? We're almost there.
Yeah.
What, the AG just responded on me, is that what happened?
I believe so.
Oh my gosh, we just got the outgoing message too, the catastrophic system failure. Dang.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. So I tried to call my clients this morning to let them know, that the power was going.
Trying to call me on the budget holiday.
That was you yesterday. I tried to call you back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
On the record in the matter are matters of the state of Michigan versus Lamar Sorrells. I have 90-022306, J 953383. Appearance for the record, please.
Hannah Buckingham on behalf of the people.
Rebecca Nybert serving on behalf of Legal Services of South Central Michigan and Lamar Sorrells. Mr. Sorrells, will you state your name for the record?
Lamar Sorrells.
Okay, Mr. Sorrells is present for two files with a motion to set aside conviction. One is for use of a controlled substance from 1990, or conviction date being March 17th, 1991. And then there is an aggravated assault conviction date, June 22nd, 1995. The court is in receipt of the application and the defense brief in support of the motion to set aside the conviction. And the Office of the Attorney General filed today their response. So I don't know if you did get a copy of that, Ms. Knightberg, but they do not object to the setting aside of conviction, believe that he may be eligible under the statute. Is the prosecution's office taking any position at this time?
No, Your Honor, we'll defer.
Counsel, you can make your record.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this point in time, Mr. Sorrells is not, I'll go through the requirements under MC 228 of all the findings that this Your Honorable Court needs to ensure that they have answers for. And at this point, Mr. Sorrells is not having more than 3 felonies at this time. He is not, he doesn't have any pending criminal cases, that he has no criminal charge pending against him, I'm sorry. And he's not been convicted of any criminal offense during the applicable time period required, which here is 5 years. And the time period has passed for those 5 years. And we believe, and you do have, Your Honor, and I did receive the Attorney General report, and we do believe that circumstances and behavior of Mr. Sorrells is from the filing of the application warrant setting aside the conviction and is consistent with the public welfare.
Well, I'll be interested in hearing what Mr. Sorrells has to say, because although he may meet those circumstances, I do see where he has engaged in some assaultive actions within the last 2 years, and at least has been charged with others since 2016, 2018, 2019, and then a conviction in 2024. What's going on?
I know I was charged, I think, was it 20, 21, 22, something like that?
2023, police officer assault resisting obstructing, you pled guilty in 2024.
Well, it was basically, it was
Well, I don't want to know about what happened. I don't really care about the facts of that incident. What I'm concerned is what is going on now that should make me believe that although you had these incidences only a couple of years ago where you had assaultive conviction and that you were charged with felonious assault in 2019. In 2018, you were charged with another police officer assault. In 2016, you were charged with the assault battery. What is supposed to make me believe that you have now turned over a new leaf, because that's not been the pattern of your criminal history for longer than 20 years?
For one, I left the streets alone, and I no longer deal with any type of alcohol or substance abuse.
And how long has that been?
I finished my classes in 2024, and I haven't dealt with any substance abuse or alcohol since my last incident in 23.
Okay, so you're saying that the reason why you were engaging in these activities is because of substance abuse?
Yes,
Okay, and you've addressed the substance abuse issues?
yes.
Okay, and what else have you been doing?
I before COVID hit in 2020, I helped my cousins start up two business. One was Mo Wings, which was downtown, and the other one was West Side Convenience Store. But when the COVID hit, it kind of well, how do I say it, derailed, or it stopped. It we couldn't survive without because of the COVID.
Why are you telling me about this?
I thought you I thought I was just answering a question.
Yeah, I said, what else have you been doing? You told me about something that happened before COVID, that didn't, that your cousin did, that wasn't successful. And since then, you've had violent convictions. So why are you telling me about it? What are you doing now? I want to know, but what are you doing now? Especially since your conviction in 2024.
I help. I'm watching. Help raising my grandkids. That's what I'm doing now. I'm not doing anything that puts me in any type of prediction to get any type of trouble. I've stayed out the way. I don't deal with the situation that got me involved with the situations before, the violent crimes before.
Okay, you told me that already, that you don't deal with the drugs, then that's what was in the alcohol. What else are
Yeah,
you
but
doing? How are you helping to take care of your grandchildren? Do they live with
I
you?
I know I watch them. I watch them, and then I watch my nephews, my niece and nephews, which my niece and nephew are here right now. I watch them too.
Okay, so they're minors?
Yes.
Okay, and are you employed outside the home?
No, I right now I get disability. I had surgery on my left hand, so my left hand is partially paralyzed.
Okay, so outside of helping to care for some of the children in your family, you're not doing anything else outside the home? No community
I help.
service, no community engagement, no counseling, no
I
spiritual aspect, just taking care of the kids and staying away
no,
from whatever got you in trouble before.
no. I help. I also help my mother, which is she just turned 74. She's 74, so I help her with her daily. When I'm not watching my nieces or nephews or my grandkids, I make sure my mom is good.
You're supposed to do that. That's duh. That's
I
your
mean,
responsibility.
yeah, but I mean, I have two other brothers too, though. But I make sure I'm
Yeah,
doing it.
that's you're supposed to make sure you do it. You're not responsible for them. That doesn't. You're not getting a gold star because you check on your mom.
Uh,
What are you doing to keep yourself on the right track to stay off drugs, to stay out of jail? That's what I'm
I
looking for. Like, I want to hear, what, I'm getting counseling. I did treatment at this program. Like, you've not told me
I
any of
went.
that.
I've completed a treatment through it's I can't remember the name of it. It's off of Waverly, but I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Cats or Pats. I completed Pats. I've done treatment. I have counseling. I haven't been in within the past year, but my counseling and stuff helps me to maintain my my mental. And
And
when I
why,
when
well, how come you haven't been for the last year? If that helps you maintain, why aren't you continuing it?
I've I was dealing with some stuff that I mean it's I have no excuse. I have no excuse. I'm not gonna make an excuse for it. But I talked to my therapist probably last week, and I set up another appointment to go back to seeing her probably within next week.
Anything else you wanted to share for the court's consideration?
Not at this time.
Okay, Mr. Ursarosa, you, if I'm just checking the boxes, I would agree with your attorney's statement that you meet those qualifications. I definitely have a concern about whether or not you've actually positioned yourself where you need to be, so that you can avoid falling back into the traps that you've set yourself up for the last 20 plus years. You have an extensive criminal history, many of which are consistent with the convictions you're requesting to have set aside. And albeit you have not had a conviction for 2 years, you said it was because you've been staying away from the things that got you in trouble. And then you also stated in another breath that completing some counseling is what kept you on track, but that you haven't done it in a year. And so I don't know that you've provided me anything today that would tell me that you're doing anything or done anything that's long-term to prevent you from having another interaction with the criminal justice system. You've gone a couple of years in the past without a conviction. You've gone a couple of years in the past without being arrested for an assaultive action, and then you were back here. So this really is not inconsistent with the pattern. It's been 2016, 2018, 2019, 2023. There's been a few years in between there, and then you're back in the courts. You understand that?
Yes, I understand.
I'm going to grant the setting aside of conviction, but it's up to you to decide that you're not going to come back here with a new one.
I'm not, I promise. I left the streets alone for a reason.
Okay, your motions are granted. Best wishes to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, let's see.
You could leave, Mr. Sorrell.
1 second. Yeah, today's the ministry time, so I just want to give you time.
I see this. Okay, whatever, yeah. We're ready, yeah.
State of Michigan versus Luis Reese, 4-02047, appearance.
Anna Buckingham on behalf of the people. Assistant Public Defender Jessica Straub on behalf of Mr. Luis Ruiz, who is standing to my right.
Okay, we have a retail fraud second degree. How are we dealing with this?
Your Honor, the people have extended an offer to amend to third-degree retail fraud plus a restitution of $25.58 to Meyer. It's my understanding that that will not be taken today.
Your Honor, we are interested in the offer. We are going to ask the court to move forward to a final pretrial to give Mr. Ruiz time to confer with his parole officer on the ramifications of him taking that plea.
He's been on parole since when?
August 14th of last year.
He dates the parole. There's no ramifications on his parole. It's an incident from 2024. He appeared in court in 2024. It looks like, let's see. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't appear as his bench warrant in July 2024. And then looks like he contacted the court in 2025. But you were in custody of in the Department of Corrections since when?
Miss, I don't remember exactly the date.
No problem.
I think it was February, March. And I don't know the exact date.
Okay, so the MH date on your MDOC is from the 16th of April 2024. So within 2 weeks of this conviction, you were in the custody of the Michigan Department of Corrections. Looks like you been on parole since 2025. And you are discharged from parole in 2027. So this still predates that, and it's probably likely that he went into custody after being arrested for this.
May I approach your honor?
And so you're saying that there is money owed to Martin?
Yes, Your Honor, there were a few items not recovered.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury. Okay, is there a reason why you're wearing sunglasses?
I have damage to my eyes.
Okay.
That are tinted. I have to take eye drops. Lights.
You have damage to your eyes that are tinted, you
You
said?
know, my lenses are tinted because my eyes are damaged.
And so that's a prescription?
Yes, it's about.
Okay, I didn't tell you had to take them off. I was just asking why you had them on. Okay, you understand here the rights that are listed?
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to give these rights up today so that you can enter a guilty plea to retail fraud third degree?
Yes.
And so that means you'll waive your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, waive your right to see, hear, or question any witnesses called to testify against you, your right to call witnesses to testify on your behalf, and your right to remain silent and not have that be used against you, correct?
Correct.
Anyone threatening you to get you to waive those rights? Any promises extended to you if you plead guilty? Okay, and we've discussed your parole status. You're on parole, I believe, until 2027. However, this incident predates your custody to Michigan Department of Corrections. So this should not have any effect on your parole status. You understand that? Okay. You understand, though, that it could be a conviction that may have impact on travel or immigration, and you may have to report this conviction on a future job application.
Yes.
As to the amended charge of retail fraud third degree, how do you plead? Is that because you believe you're guilty? Tell me what you did to be guilty of retail fraud third degree.
I went in the store and took some items. And what I got out of the store and stuff.
Can you speak up a little bit?
I went to the store, grabbed some items, and when I was walking out, they stopped me. They gave me back, and they called the plea. I didn't resist.
Okay, so what store was this, sir?
The Myers on South Pennsylvania.
6200 South Pennsylvania?
Yes,
That's in Lansing,
yes,
Ingham County? And you took some items while it was open for the public? The store was open for the public?
yes,
And you had not paid for those items? And you had walked past entry points or were walking towards leaving the entry point of the store?
yes.
Okay, and you said you turned over the items, but you didn't turn over everything, correct? Had you eaten some of the stuff?
I can't quite remember that, but I did.
Why can't you quite remember?
Because I have a bad memory also.
Okay.
I have a headache here that's given me a problem for years.
Okay. So you can't remember right now whether or not you gave over everything.
I believe I did though.
You believe you gave over everything?
Yes.
We might have to do a no contest plea. He doesn't remember. Okay, so due to your lack of memory, are you willing to enter a no contest plea, sir? Do you know what a no contest plea is? Okay, you have questions about what a no contest plea is?
No.
Okay, so I believe that under the circumstances, which is that you have a head injury that causes you to have some lack of memory, that it warrants a no contest plea. I will enter a factual basis after reading into the record facts and circumstances to see if I have enough to support the record. You do, however, remember being at 6200 South Pennsylvania on or about the 2nd of April 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you do remember, I'm sorry?
Sorry.
No problem.
I do go there and shop when I have.
I get that, but particularly on April 2nd, 2024, which was a couple years ago, you remember being present at 6200 South Pennsylvania, which is the South Side Mine, correct?
Right.
And you remember taking some items that you didn't pay for?
Yes.
But your recollection is limited to you believe you turned everything over?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have a police report. However, I do have the affidavit of probable cause that is stated that some items had been eaten. And there was a consumed deli meat package and a consumed soda bottle and an energy drink that was not paid for. I don't know if there was anything else that was not.
Connor, would you like
Take it
me
back into
to
this.
approach the police report?
Yes, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, and this is again, case number 24519030887. This is a police report from the Lansing Police Department. I'm over here to ask when this is a touch screen. I guess it's not a touch screen. Let's see. Okay, I mean, the police reports, that gives me the same information that the affidavit of probable cause gives me. Where do I find what was not returnable other than the deli meats?
On the bottom list of the items not recovered, Your Honor, and then above that section, it lists in a paragraph that they had found the monster can and.
Got it. Okay, I see a monster, which looks like it's in his hand as he's exiting the store. Some chipped meats, turkey honey breasts, a Mountain Dew, a USB cord was not recovered at the time. And so based on that, the court finds that there's sufficient factual basis to sustain the conviction of retail fraud third degree with restitution owed to Meyer in the amount of $25.58. That will be ordered. $25.58 to Meyer. Plus $75 crime victim rights fee and $50 state minimum cost. When will you make payment, sir?
That's the board to, if you do it in installments.
Absolutely. When can you make a payment?
On the, I don't know what day the first start falls under, but that's gonna be.
The first, you said?
Yes, the first.
Okay, it looks like March 1st is on a Sunday, so it'll be the 2nd.
Yeah, okay, the second,
You'll make a payment of how much on the 2nd?
$15. Start with that.
15 on the 2nd. And you'll do 15 each month until paid in full?
Yes.
If you need an extension, you need to come up and request an extension, otherwise it can go to a bench warrant. You don't want that, okay?
Okay.
Any additional matters for the record?
No, thank you, Your Honor. And just for my clarification, Your Honor, it was a $75 fee, $50 fee, and then the 25.
And restitution. Okay, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.